Access to capital is vital to the success of every business. Now, in spite of the fact that there is no shortage of capital, millions of businesses across the world they struggle to access capital. But when you do the research, you can see that there is an abundance of debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lenders out there. There's a concept that we call dry powder. For example, you have private equity investors that has millions of dollars, billions of dollars that is sitting looking for the right portfolios to invest in. Today, I want us to look at a particular financial instrument which we call business credit. And today, we're going to be looking at this largely because access to business credit is perhaps the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to accessing the much needed capital that you need to grow and scale your business. But to access business credit, your business needs to be set up properly. So, we're going to go through a number of things today to really help you get your business set up properly. All right. So, as we go into today's program, I want you to really take the time to understand what it takes to set up your business properly. Now, some of the things that people may do, yes, you may register your business with the Secretary of State. And because you're registered with the Secretary of State, depending on which state you're in, the business is registered. But did you go the step further? Did you get your EIN? Now, having your EIN is vital to the business because if you do not have the EIN, there is a whole lot of things you cannot do. All right. So, in registering your business, it's important that you also ensure that you have your EIN. As a foreign national, you would need to have your ITIN. Now, along with this, ensure that there is no conflicting information as relates to your address. You need a business address. And I know in many cases, because you're starting where you're at, you may not have a business location. So you may be using your home address to set up a business. While there is a lot of discouragement of this practice, I totally understand where you're at. There are virtual addresses that you can use, but you need to be very selective with the virtual addresses that you're going to be using. And if you need to know more about this, I encourage you to reach out to us at pitchdeck101.org. You can go to that website, pitchdeck101.org. Our contact information, you will see our contact information at pitchdeck101.org, and we will be happy to talk to you. Go to our contact page. You will also see ways in which you can contact us. You can email us, and we'll be happy to respond to your email. So, we're talking today about business credit. So, in registering your business with the Secretary of State, you also need to register your business and ensure that you have your EIN. Foreign nationals, you need your ITIN necessary. Ensure that there's uniformity with your addresses. And so there's no conflicting information when the financial institutions start to pull your data. If there's conflicting information with your addresses, that will pose a challenge to you. Along with this, you need to have a business telephone number. It's very helpful, and it is recommended that you have a 411 number. All right, it gives you immediate visibility in the business platform, and you need all of this, good credit to inspire, to influence financial institution. With this proper way in registering your business and setting up your business, you will be able to convey to them that you're serious about doing business. The next thing that I want to talk about is website. Do you have a website? The website is so important because it is the gateway that points not only investors, but potential consumers to your platform. So you need a website and you need social media platforms. Now, what is also recommended is that whatever business name that you're using, you need to have the website reflect that name. You need to have your social media platform reflect that name. Also, if there is conflicting names, you're going to give conflicting feedbacks to your consumers and to your investors. And that's the last thing that you want to do. You want to be very clear in how you build out your business and how you position your value proposition. All of this helps in people taking you serious. And in business, you want people to take you serious from the get-go. So these information that I'm giving to you, it's so important. And I trust that you're taking notes of those information. Now, if you find this information useful, I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and share. Press the bell so you will be the first to get this information that we bring to you on a regular basis. So you need that website. It needs to be properly set up. You need your social media platform, and all of this needs to be corresponding with the business name that you have registered with the Secretary of State. Necessary. Moving forward, you also need to set up a business checking account because you start to look for funding. Many of the financial institutions, they will ask you to attach your business checking account to their efforts to make an assessment to their database as they try to make an assessment of your credit worthiness. All right. They are not going to send monies into a personal savings account. You have to be business ready. You have to be fundable. So you will need to set up a business check-in account. Now, again, you can reach out to us in the event that you need help in these areas. We can point you in the right direction and help get you set up. We are partnering again with multiple financial institutions like Divi, and we will be able to help you get set up properly, your business checking account, your business savings account with some of these financial institutions. The possibility exists that we can set up some of these accounts for you with minimal amount of capital invested to make this happen, but you need it. There's no ifs and buts about this. You need it. If you're going to set up your business properly to make an impression that you're serious about business, these are things that you need to do. Along with this, there's what we call the SIC code, and that is the Standard Industrial Classification Code. Now, the Standard Industry Classification Code is a code that is allocated to the business. Do you know your SIC code? Now, knowing your SIC code is so important because of the fact that they are categories of the code that is very risky. And what the relevant institution in the United States would have done, they set up this system so businesses that carries risk, they have a particular code that is assigned to them, financial risk. And businesses that are not risky, they also carry specific SIC code. Now, you need to know which category the business fall in. And knowing is vital. They say knowledge is power. So if you know that you're going to be setting up a business that is going to be high risk and is going to limit your chances to access capital, at least you have the knowledge and you can take practical steps to mitigate the perception that is likely to be gained in terms of the risk category that the business falls into. Perhaps you may be able to also select a non-high risk category so as to help the business to get a fighting chance to access the much needed cash to move the business forward. Information is power. The application of that information is where you get your superpower. So you want to have all of this information so you're able now to make informed business decision and take practical steps to set up your business properly. All right. So again, if you like this and you find this information interesting, I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and share so you will be the first to get this information that we are bringing to you on a regular basis. Now, the last thing I want to talk to you about today has relates to building your business in a proper way is what we call the NACE. NACE is another code, the NACE code, and this is the North American Industry Classification System. Yes, this too is important. We have Canada, Mexico, and the United States. They have come together to form the North American Industry Classification Code. You need to have these codes because in doing business, you need to be prepared. When financial partners and big business partners see that you are properly set up in this way, they want to do business with you because they know that you're taking yourself serious and you have the critical information. You're taking the practical steps to do what is right to ensure that your business is set up in the right way, is getting the right visibility to make the right impression upon investors, upon consumers. So the first part of this program, we looked at setting up your business, how to set up the business properly to ensure that you're ready to start accessing capital. And today we are talking about accessing credit. These are things that you would need to do. But outside of credit, once you take these steps, you're set to, play in the financial world. All right, so to speak. So look back at this video in case you would have missed anything and ensure that as you register your business with the Secretary of State, make sure that you have your EIN as a foreign national. You want the EIN and the ITIN. Make sure that you have uniformity in the business address. Ensure that you have the 411 number. It's going to help the business a whole lot. Ensure that you have your website and you also have all of your social media platform built out with the business name, the correct business name that is registered with the Secretary of State. Ensure that you have a business checking account in the business name that you have registered with the Secretary of State. Ensure that you have a business savings account. And also the business that is registered with the Secretary of State, you also want to ensure that that business has a SIC classification and a NACE code, an SIC code and a NACE code. So that summarizes our program for today. I trust that you had some valuable information here today in terms of practical steps that you can start to take to start to build your business up in a proper way so as to start accessing business credit. And in our next program, I will give you a step-by-step approach as to how to start building business credit. Today, we looked at setting up the business properly, and then you move to the next stage of how to start building business credit. I assure you that program is going to be a very exciting program. So you want to like, subscribe, and share. You want to press that bell so you will be the first to know when these programs are published on a regular basis. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the self published author for several books, including 10x Branding and Marketing Blueprint, The Psychology of Money, and so many more. Be blessed. Remember to reach out to us and see you in the next broadcast.